How can anyone, whether they want to work in a language school or privately from their own laptop anywhere in the world, create a rewarding and impactful career teaching English as a second language, even if they are just starting out or have no teaching experience or ability? Hi, my name is Lynette Kim, and here on the TESOL Talk podcast, I aim to answer that very question.
One of the things I love to do when I'm teaching adults in the ESL classroom is news and gossip. Now, ordinarily, people begin lessons with warm-ups, and a lot of published course materials have something similar to a discussion type of warm-up that can be used to introduce the theme or the topic of the lesson. But you can do something extra to that that's unique for your classroom that doesn't have to be related to the topic. So this is where news and gossip can come in. Now, news and gossip is where students have to go home for homework and look at what's happening in the news. Like, it can be off the internet, alternate sources, television, anything like this, or it can even be magazines. And they have to find some item, and it can be related to current events, world news, local news, sports, entertainment. It doesn't matter, but some type of news item. And they have to just you have to give them some parameters that they have to work within to bring some information like who, what, where, when, why, how. These are the basics for news and gossip, and just give students that basic that they need to come in with that kind of information. Now, the gossip comes in because if any of them forget to do this homework and bring something in that's prepared, then they have to tell gossip. And the great thing about this is it doesn't have to be true. It can be true or false, and the class must decide. So they have to say something gossip about someone else in the classroom, and it can even be about you, the teacher. I've had that about me. And they say it, and they have to answer questions about it, and the class then has to decide, is it true or is it false? And so then we talk about that. So it's a really fun way, and it's great because what do you do in real life when you meet your friends and you're at a coffee shop or wherever having a meal with them? You talk about current events. You talk about, your lives, basically, gossip, not in a nasty way, but just in a catch-up kind of way. And so what we're doing in the ESL classroom is giving students that opportunity to use their life skills and to act in the English language like they wouldn't ordinarily with their own language and their own people. So, when they come in and they each have their item of news, and so they tell their item, and then students have to ask them questions. So they need to be prepared for that: who, what, where, when, how, why, and answer all of those things. Now, if another student had the same item of news, they can either explain more information about it, or then they'll have to go to the gossip and do a gossip section. So no matter what, it's great. And this news and gossip doesn't have to go long. Usually it goes for about 10 minutes and it warms up the class for that 80% student talk time that we always striving to achieve. So this is all part of that. It's a great way to get students in the mood for chat. They talk, they all gel with each other. They all come out with their different opinions and ideas and things that are commonality between them, despite all the different cultures that you might encounter in the ESL classroom. So this is actually my favorite way to start the class, and I've always started my classes with this. Then I've gone on and introduced and presented the theme of the ESL lesson.